the future is going to happen very, very quickly?
It has to happen. We can't continue to do what we've been doing. With the emphasis on greenhouse gases and environmental concerns nowadays, it's time to start thinking about different ways of mining. We've been talking about that all week, what a modern, efficient plant facility should look like in the future.
And is it fair to say that modern, efficient plant of the future might look really different from what it is today?
Absolutely. I think it would be unrecognizable from what you normally see today. You need to change your thinking. There's always a famous saying in the mining industry about, I don't want to be the first one, I want to be the second one. But in this case, we're not really developing anything new, we're just applying it differently.
I think we've known each other for, what, 20 years?
20 years, yes.
Wow, and we met at Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, Kennecott, Utah Copper.
I was struck by the fact that you were a guy from outside the mining industry. You're actually a US Marine, weren't you?
Yes.
In electronics.
At San Cristóbal, we've increased throughput by about 35% over a design of 40,000 tons a day, and while at the same time reducing the power consumption by 25 to 30% as well. The way we operate the mills at Minera San Cristóbal are a complete departure from the rest of the industry.
You also had the challenge that you were looking at very, very low head grades.
If you look at the lead, zinc, silver industry, typically the head grade for an operation would be anywhere from 10, 15, 20% zinc. San Cristóbal, right now, we keep our head grade about 1.7% zinc feeding the plant, and it forces us to have to think outside of the box.
And look, that's where we come in with CRC ORE. As you know, we're a federally funded multi-party collaboration between miners, mets, and researchers. And basically our remit is to look at improving the productivity and the energy signatures of those operations. When we started this journey together, we were asked by you guys to have a look as to whether the great engineering technologies could help you with those low feed grades, because if you could reject a large amount of barren material before it got to the process plant, not only are you becoming more efficient in energy use and even water use, but of course you're raising the feed grade. So we ended up, did we not, throwing away about 75% of the material. So Dave, you've said that the current phase of work has identified at least 2 years mine life potentially for the operation going forward.
One of the exciting things about great engineering is when people hear about it, it's what can we do with the mine that we have? But we're also thinking outside the box with waste engineering, I think is what we're calling it. So it gives you much more opportunity to think about other applications to great engineering besides what it was originally intended for. So there's some exciting things happening, not only with our current resource, the waste, but there's also opportunity outside of our mining facility that we're also looking at too. So it just opens up a whole world that we've never thought about before.
And it's fair to say, Dave, therefore, that the other driver for you being innovative, that actually was driven by real harsh economics, wasn't it?
Yeah, we wouldn't survive. We have to be continually improving our process in order to stay ahead of the game, so to speak. So it's been a challenge, but it's been fun.
So the irony is that for many of the world's lead, zinc, silver operations, their waste stockpiles have grades that are far in excess of your feed grade, right?
Yes, if they want to get rid of their material, they can bring it to us, and we'll mill it for them.
Good. And from a CRC ORE perspective, it's the fact that our technologies have actually helped contribute to that family of innovations that you've applied at the site.
I tell people I consider myself a green miner. I do want to see less water usage, less power usage, and I think it's very exciting, and I just hope that other mines start listening to what we're doing and start implementing just even portions of what we're doing, because I think the impact on the world could be tremendous if we just change our thinking a little bit.